a reason. They call this the prettiest little stadium in America. Glad to have you with us from Paulson Stadium. It's the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs and the Georgia Southern Eagles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Well, guys, I did check in with the Eagles head coach pregame. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. They'll run this play from the pistol. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Slots it away.
That's a really great play by the defender, and we obviously know the defense gave up a ton of points there last time out. Coaching staff told us, David, they wanted to be more aggressive this game, and here you go. The opening drive of the game. Great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, swatting it away, and trying to send a message to the offense.
Well, and sometimes the defenders, they're trying to make plays. They're trying to catch it, and a lot of times because of that, they misjudge the football. I like knocking it down, making sure the receiver doesn't catch it. They were challenged all week about a negative performance a week ago. Good to see them come out early with some energy and making some plays.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Eagles offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. From the gun, the ground game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Motion from the wideout. Moving the pocket, it's Helton. Makes the grab. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. There he goes, ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Nowhere to go.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Off play action on 1st down. Out wide left, it's Finley. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Grab behind the line. It's Wilkerson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Grabs it inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Helton. Makes the grab.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Drops back on 1st down. Left side is Helms. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Straight ahead, it's Miller. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in
makes the grab in their space. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Sees an alley. Knocked down immediately.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Right side, it's Finley.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot, just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Absolutely perfect. They're up by a touchdown here in the first.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So first down here as they go back to work. Scanning the field, it's Helton. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And defensive guys are taught to really work through the hands of the wide receiver. Whenever the ball's starting to come, I'm trying to smash that thing down as soon as the wide receiver's trying to catch it. If we both try to catch it, a lot of times you see those contested catches by the offensive player. Nice job by the defense, knocking it down and getting the ball in the ground. And so far early in this game, and you've got to be impressed with this defense and the physicality and then stopping the run. You could tell it's a priority for this defense. They're up there. They're close to the line of scrimmage. The ground game right now not going, and the defense is dialed in on it.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Fires to the middle. Out wide left, it's Helms. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. From the gun, couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Fresh set of downs going up top. Works the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Second down to the air. Keeping his eyes downfield. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. Punt is on its way. Trying to get started. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
He'll pull it down. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. And the Eagles are rolling down the field. Trying to establish the run. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
I really like how the quarterback was just able to turn the page that time, right? On 1st down, he got sacked. Now it's 2nd, and it's long, and it's an obvious passing situation. A lot of guys would be worried they're going to get sacked again. Clock's going off. This guy was just poised. He saw a lane. He took off. And not only did he get a couple of yards, he picked up the 1st down. This guy needs to keep scrambling.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy.
Touchdown, Eagles! Quick strike through the air for the score. Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. They put it in the end zone with a... play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Second and long here. From the gun. Got out of trouble and throws. Not enough juice on that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Rush right in his face. Unloads in the nick of time.
And now it's kind of decision time for this offense. It's been a great start to the football game. Moving the ball down the field, scoring 10 points on the first 2 possessions. Do you want the field goal to still be a 2-possession game? Or do you want to be aggressive here, try to go for it on 4th down, and maybe break this game open early?
Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Offside defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
He'll take a deep shot here. They went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Unloads to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
If you're going to defend the slant route, you've got to be physical near the line of scrimmage. You saw that on defense there.
They'll run it. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fire into the right, complete. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
And I love it, man. Go right back to work. Give the ball right back to. It's kind of like in basketball, man, where you got a shooter who's hit a few shots. You're like, okay, I'm giving him the ball to make sure he gets another shot. Had a touchdown pass. Now come out on this drive. Let him throw the football around the yard again. Having a great start to this football game.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's start with Cincinnati taking on the number 7 team, the BYU Cougars.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll run it on the counter. Stopped right there.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. To the air, it's Helton. And it's incomplete on third down. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They're going to field this one in tight quarters. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Throws it off the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just a little off. Incomplete. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Helton. He's got an open man. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Quick give. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. 3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. First down, he'll keep it. Kept it and he's past the marker. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home.
Touchdown, Eagles! Put 6 on the board. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they're...
Shakes a man, and he might take off. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Miller with the ball. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Just feeds the running back. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Tells the run, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Helton. He'll off one deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Breaks into the open. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Turns it upfield. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. On the ground. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Eagles! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisiana Tech starts this drive as the offense goes on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. It's complete to the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the right. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Howie, what do you have?
Guys, on the Eagles sideline, as you know, there is history here today. That last touchdown catch on the previous drive set the new school record for receiving touchdowns in a season. And this wide receiver is going to continue to work. He's running right back out there right now, and the quarterback just said, hey, I'm going to keep looking your way. We'll see if they can keep that connection alive here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just...
Makes the catch, and he's free. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ballgame, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to punch it in. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Rush is on. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Turning it on. Touchdown, Eagles. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang. For a Week 13 victory.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Keep it on the ground. Maybe a crease. Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Long way to go on 2nd down. He wants to throw it. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. 3rd and long coming up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Out wide right, it's Wilkerson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field. Rallied him.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run inside. It's Miller. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator. Because
and guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Still looking. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Miller. Hard running there. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different...